I've been playing baseball since I was 6.
Since I was about 4 or 5.
It's a family. Everybody's got each other's back.
JF, 10th grade year, we went into 9 innings and I pitched 8 of them and had bases loaded and struck out the last kid who was the player of the year with bases loaded to end the 8th inning, and we won in the 9th.
Last year we played Amherst at Amherst, and it was a close game all the way through. And at the end of the game, one of my teammates, Hunter Hall, hit a home run, put us ahead. That was a great game.
I'm really just gonna miss our coaches, both new and old. The guys, of course.
It's gonna be funny too, coming back in 5, 10, 15 years, talking about the memories we made when we were 16, 17, 18 years old.
I've played softball since I was 4, so about 14 years.
Since I was 3, so like 14 years.
All of our games are kind of special for us, especially since I've been playing since I was a freshman for Glass. Just every game is new and exciting for me.
I'm looking forward to getting better, learning new things, and I'm going to be sad because I'm not playing anymore after this year.
I'm definitely going to miss having a team of people like I can depend on and like I see every day. And I'll just miss playing softball all the time.
I wanted to play with a group of guys that I've been playing with since I was probably about 10 years old out of my home course, and go after a state championship. And sophomore and junior year, I took a break to figure out where I was going to go play college golf. And then this year, I played again, and we won the state championship.
I've been playing ever since I was a little kid, probably like 5 or 6 years old. My dad played competitively, so he always brought me out to the course with him, so I think that's where I got it from. Winning
States this year, probably the bus ride back, it was just a good feeling. You felt really accomplished. It was kind of surreal, which was cool. So that's about it.
Okay, good job.
Thank you.
All the 4 years I've been in high school, but I'm a senior this year, we've had a really good chance and a really good team to win. So this year just was cool because we had an awesome team once again, and we were so close to states the year before winning, and this year we were really determined and we got it done.
What made me decide to become a cheerleader was just when I came here in 9th grade, it seemed like something fun to do and everybody seemed to get along, so I just took a shot.
I've been cheering since I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I've been cheering basically my whole life.
My favorite memory would have to be the LCA game last year because it was so hype. Everybody was getting so excited. It was a close game, and we went into overtime that year, and we ended up winning.
The football games, basketball, I'm going to miss all the hype. I'm going to miss cheering with everybody used to cheer with, the coaches, old and new.
I'm going to miss like my cheer sisters because it's like you become a family.
I've been playing for 4 years.
I started playing field hockey in my freshman year. At that point it was just a club, but it was a varsity sport for my senior year.
A lot of people kept telling me, oh, it's a fun sport, you should try it out. So I tried it out and I loved it.
I had some friends that were sophomores at the time when I was a freshman that had played, and they said it was really fun, and like I wanted to make more friends through the sport, so I did that.
I think I'm going to miss the most the spirit of the game, because playing in college is a way different thing. So I think that's what I'm going to miss the most, because I won't probably play field hockey again.
I definitely made a lot of friendships and a lot of bonds with people that and a lot of memories that I could never recreate, and I'm going to miss that a lot.
I actually heard about it from one of my friends. She used to go to Glass, and she told me you need to join ACE and Mercy Care. So I joined ACE, and it's basically kind of an academic decathlon team, and it's really fun. We get into JV and varsity teams. So in 9th and 10th grade I was on JV, and in 10th grade I was JV captain, and in 11th and 12th grade, and I'm a senior now, so I've been varsity captain for 2 years.
When I was a sophomore, my sister, one of her friends pointed me towards the Scholastic Bowl team. So I went to a couple of their meetings just to try it out. And what I really liked is that it's, though it is a team competition, it's also very individually challenging. And I thought it was a great way to learn a whole bunch of things and to show it off a little bit.
I made good grades and I liked the things that I was learning and kind of being tested on that and being tried, and I think that was one of the things that attracted me to it. Also, it was kind of the team aspect of it, because you're in this environment where people are kind of like you and they know so much about random things that you don't know about, and just the sharing of knowledge and having a sort of family to go to and kind of connect with them, it was really awesome.
Whenever you get a question right, the feeling of achievement, I think, is very powerful, and that's part of why I've continued to do it for the last 3 years. And I think also it's just a great way to learn about a whole lot of new things, from history to science, and I've learned a whole lot about physics just from Scholastic Bowl questions.
I'm definitely going to miss the team. I've grown really, really close to my team members. They are my family. And also just going to the meets and seeing everyone who you've met, who you've gotten to know over the 4 years that I've been here. It's just, I've made so many friends from other schools who I probably wouldn't have met otherwise. So I think I'm going to miss the people the most.
The Scholastic Bowl team I found is a great way to learn whilst doing it in a fun way, and I think that in a higher education setting it might be difficult to replicate that in the same way.
I had done mostly summer swim, but I had also done swimming at Randolph College with the Gators since I was probably in 5th grade.
My sister did it, so I decided I would try it.
Being the captain, it's not really about being the fastest on the team, obviously, since I'm not the fastest, but I'm one of the captains. It's more about being like the best team player, and you need to, it's not like you have like the most friends on the team, but it's like you get along and you encourage everybody. Whenever I knew someone that was like, say I wasn't getting ready for my event, if one of my friends were in the water swimming, I was by the pool side cheering for them, or I was like screaming behind the blocks, and I had like lost my voice multiple times before my events, which wasn't that good, but it's just being a captain is being there for everybody, and you need...
My sister does it, and she's a sophomore. I really like swimming with her because I kind of got to chase her because she was right in front of me. So I think one of my favorite memories, honestly, would be going in front of her a couple times.
My favorite memory was from this year. It was when I was swimming the 100 breaststroke, and one of my friends that I'd made on the team, she was cheering me on, and as soon as she started cheering me on, I could feel myself going even faster, and I actually ended up winning my heat, and it made me feel really good.
I've played volleyball for the school that I've gone to ever since 5th grade.
I've played volleyball since I was in the 5th grade, so 8 or 9 years now. And I've played for school since then, and I've played travel since I was a freshman.
I just found the sport to be a lot of fun, competitive atmosphere, and the people that do it are just awesome people, and they've become some of my lifelong friends.
I really enjoyed it in middle school, even though it wasn't the same level of competitiveness, but it was just really great camaraderie. All of my best friends played, and then when I came into high school, it just seemed like a natural transition. It's just one of my favorite things to do.
I would have to say senior night with my best friend, because we were the only 2 seniors this year on the team, and our whole team made it such a special night, just focused on the 2 of us. And since we were already best friends, it just made it even more special because we were already so close, and that just made us even closer.
My highlight was our senior night this year. My best friend in the whole world and I are the only 2 seniors on our volleyball team, and our team made the whole night about us. Even though we had a really rough season this year, we still had so much fun together, and I was really glad that I got to share that night with her.
I've been playing soccer since I was about 5 years old, so going on 12 years now.
I've been playing since I was like 4 years old.
I think my favorite thing is I get to run. Just kind of be out in the open, you get to be with your friends, and there's a big team element. Like, it's not like tennis where you're on your own, but you actually have to work together, and you depend a lot on your teammates, and I really like that.
I just started track and cross country this year, and I like running that much, and I've always been an active person, but soccer I just find really fun. I really like my teammates, and I've always just loved the sport, and I love how intricate it can get, but I also just love how physical it is.
I'm captain this year, so I'm looking forward to actually having an opportunity to kind of show that I can actually lead a group of people and be a role model for all the younger girls, and also just want to like have my chance to give it my all, because it's going to be my last season, so I need to make the most of it.
We have such a great group of girls this year. I think it'll be really cool to see how we build relationships over the season, so at the end it's going to be hard to say goodbye, but at the same time it'll be a nice memory.
It's going to be the last time I'm going to be able to play with these girls and be coached by McClurg, so that'll be really sad, but I'm excited.
I've been playing for about 6 years now.
I started playing soccer when I was 4 years old, so 14 years almost.
Once I got to high school, a bunch of my friends played, and by then I loved the game, and I just continued it.
I've always looked forward to playing high school soccer. A lot of the people I played club with for a long time come back and talk about how much fun it was to play in a more competitive situation for your school. And so I'd always look forward to being able to play here, and so it's kind of a no-brainer when I got here to keep playing soccer.
Last year, the conference final, we played a team that we lost to in the first game of the season, and we went into double overtime, and our star player just scored a game-winning goal off a header, and he broke a scoring record, and we just stormed the field, and that was pretty exciting.
I think my favorite memory was last year in the conference final. We were losing to Charlottesville, and at the very last second, last year our senior captain Nick Larson scored on a corner kick, a really great header, and it was in overtime actually. So that ended the game, and we all just ran onto the field and tackled each other, and we were so excited. And our coach was so pumped for us. It was a really amazing moment.
Being around your close friends, doing something you love all day, it's pretty fun. I miss that the most.
Lacrosse, I had started my freshman year, and before lacrosse I had played soccer in middle school, but there was just something about lacrosse that I just thought would be a lot of fun, so I decided to give it a try, and I've loved it.
I've played lacrosse since the 7th grade, and I've played club since the 7th grade as well.
The conference championship game last year, we ended up not winning that against Jefferson Forest, but the end of the game, our whole team came together and just celebrated how far that we went in that season and how well we had done, and just how much we had grown as individuals and as a team. And it was just awesome to see that even though we didn't win, we could still come together like that as a team.
If you think you can do it, go for it, because all of the experiences, the life experiences that you get from sports, you can't get anywhere else. The leadership and the teamwork and the time management, honestly, is probably the greatest thing that I have gained from it. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt I'll be able to budget my time properly and methodically in college and beyond, because I have had to be so diligent for the past 8 or 9 years about figuring out what matters the most. And if it's something you're passionate about, do it, because you never get to do high school again. So make the most of it while you can.
I really enjoy the sport, and I like the physical aspect of it.
I've been playing lacrosse for about 7 years.
Beating JF last year in overtime on their turf was pretty exciting.
My favorite memory will be just going out and playing with my team, just having a good time.
I've been wrestling since about 7th grade.
Since 5th grade. I won Amherst. I got placed 4th, I think. It was very accomplishing, you know, once you haven't won much medals, you kind of win one and you just feel like you've accomplished a lot.
The overnight tournaments and tournaments where you get to spend a lot of time with your teammates.
The team bonding, you know, we're always together, overnight trips, and just love it.
I started playing tennis in like 5th grade, so I was 10.
I've been playing tennis since I was about 14 years old, so right before I started high school.
I just really liked having like a team and having people, like meeting new people and making new connections, and you all kind of feel the same. Like when you win, you're all cheering, and then when you lose, it's kind of sad, but you're still together and you still have people to tell you like, oh, good job, like you did really great, but it's all kind of one collective unit.
My favorite memory is probably last year when we went to states. That was just a really exciting time for us because we had never done that throughout all of my high school, so that was really exciting. I'm gonna miss just like everyone being, because we were all so close like last year and probably this year as well, and we're just like a family. I'm really gonna miss like the people more than anything.
I've been playing tennis since I was 8.
My dad played a lot of racquetball when he was in college, and he played a little bit of pro racquetball, and he was just always into racket sports, and he didn't want me to do the same thing as him, and racquetball was kind of dying as a sport a little bit, and tennis was on the rise when I was being born, so he thought it was interesting, he thought it was a cool sport, so he started practicing with me when I was a little kid, and I've just been playing ever since.
My coaches have always taught me like the mechanics for the game, you know, love for the sport. My teammates have always been very encouraging, you know, always clapping, cheering me on during matches. You know, it goes both ways. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
My favorite memory for glass was probably the first state championship we won when I was a freshman and I had just come back from being at a tennis academy because I broke my foot on spring break, so I moved back, and I was pretty discouraged about it because I'd been practicing a lot, and it was just unfortunate to have that injury occur, but it gave me the chance to move back to Lynchburg and join the EC Glass tennis team, because if I hadn't broken my foot, then I still would have been training at the tennis academy in South Carolina. So when I moved back, I recovered actually 6 weeks faster than they projected me to be ready by. So I was super pumped to be able to play that year because I got back and I was able to play in the lineup. And we ended up winning a state championship. So it was really just a good way to first become acclimated to EC Glass, just have a team to immediately just join on, because I came back in the spring, just immediately started with tennis practice. And it was a good way to make friends, and it just ended up being a state championship year, and we were all really excited about that.
Probably the first state championship that we won with Trent. It was like surreal, you know. Like everyone's like, oh, it's so great to win a state championship. And then like once everyone wins their match, you know, and you have like you finally won. It's like, wow.
Friends of my family, it's always been in my family, so I play basketball, get this religion. I just know I can probably get somewhere. Not probably, I can get somewhere with it, so.
I seen my brothers and cousins playing basketball. I actually went to their games, and I thought that was something that I was interested in.
If you get mad at something, you can't show it on your face, or you can't do this or that because you're gonna get called for it. And it's like a family, really.
I just fell in love with the process of improving and getting better, and I've learned a lot of morals of like responsibility and teamwork through basketball, so that's why I've continued to play.
I fell in love with it when I was a kid, and I played at a little private school called James River off Boonesville Road, and not many people come here to play basketball from a little private school like that, and I don't know, just got extra motivated for that. Went to all the off-season workouts, worked hard and got a whole lot better, and ended up making JV.
My sophomore year when we went to states, that was definitely like an amazing moment for me being a sophomore playing varsity. That was pretty awesome to have the gym packed every night, playing in front of the greatest fans, I think, in high school. That was awesome for me.
Sophomore year, I was on varsity, and I started as a sophomore, which was pretty crazy, and going all the way to states was really fun, and that's probably the best memory I've had.
I'm going to miss playing here a lot. I mean, I have my last game here coming up tomorrow against Heritage, and it's kind of bittersweet because I love playing here, and I've been playing here for the last 3 years. I'm going to miss my coaches a lot. My coaching staff has really helped me to believe in myself and have confidence in myself, so that's something I'm really going to miss a lot.
I started doing track the indoor season of my freshman year.
I've done it since my freshman year, so this is my 4th year, and I do indoor and outdoor, so it's my 7th season of track.
I've been doing track for about 5 years now.
I wasn't planning on doing track at first because I skied a lot in the winter, and I didn't think I would have time to do both, but my coach really encouraged me to do it, and he thought I'd have a good chance at doing well, so I tried it out and really enjoyed it.
When you at a meet, the excitement it just gets to you. So that's really why I continue on doing track.
We won states indoors and outdoors last year, and so that was a really special moment for our team because there's so many events in track. There's the pole vault and the throwers, like the shot put, and sprinters and hurdles, and so for all of us to come together on one day and place really well and do what we want was really special.
My teammates and my coaches, they mean a lot. They're there to support you, help you, and get you through the day, practice, whatever.
I've done cross country since 5th grade. I started at James River Day School, and I've been doing it ever since.
My brother did it in his high school, so I thought it'd be a good idea and a way to meet new people too.
My dad did it when he was in high school, and my family that runs, so I just sort of followed along with them.
A friend of mine told me that I should run. She did gymnastics with me, and we did this like color run, and I liked it, and so I just tried out, and it worked pretty well.
It's a lot of fun. The team, we are all really close, and we push each other to become better runners, and I just like having to like always challenge myself, and cross country is really challenging, so it's a good way to stay in shape and have fun and keep yourself working towards a goal like constantly.
We had a lot of high-spirited people. There's a lot of good things happening there. Coaches were great. It was a fun team.
I really like the people that I run with, and like the competition. It really like pushes you to do your best, and so it's a really fun sport.
I'm going to miss all of the girls, and we practice with the guys too, and the guys a lot because I've grown really close with everyone, and especially my coaches. I'm going to miss Coach Porter and Coach Ligon a lot, and Coach Smith, and yeah, it's really sad that like we're going to move on, but I'm excited for college, and I'm still going to run in college at UVA, so I'm excited for that next chapter. We'll see how it goes.